Welcome everybody, week 47, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday. We have our workout review going on. I forgot to do a little highlight in that box, but it's still going to be the boot camp chants because you may be using them even particularly on Thursday, right? Because we're all going to be doing, probably a lot of us are doing turkey trots with our members, and it's just a good time. You're jogging down the road together, getting a little chants going. I know we like to meet at Journey Sayre before we go to the turkey trot. And then as we jog over to the turkey trot together, we're all just kind of chanting and warming up and having a good time. Okay, so now with this, as this superset, it presents a few issues for facilities because not everybody's equipment's in the same spot. So when you're going to stay in the same spot and you're going to superset back and forth, it does become a bit of a challenge, right? So it's like a 40 seconds of one and back and forth, so maybe you're doing a total of 6 sets, maybe you're doing that 3 times, whatever the case might be. I had to come over here and kind of make a suggested one. So whenever we do these orange highlights on sheets, this means that we've changed the exercise for one reason or another. And so trying to follow with Jeremy's theme, but trying to look out for our equipment and also trying to create appropriate supersets, we wound up diverting a little bit. So this may or may not apply to your location. If it does, because, maybe it's not as easy for you as it was over here to, for instance, have your dumbbells with your ropes. All right. Some people's dumbbells are closer to the ropes, etc. So what I did is I put the dumbbells with the dumbbells. It's like a 3-point row supersetted with a sumo squat. 3-point row should actually be highlighted orange as well, because that was also a change. So with 3-point row, we're challenging the weight with a dumbbell sumo squat, elevating the heels. You might play like a yoka, I think it's Yokozuna. You may check my spelling, but you'll find it. That is the song for sumo squats, because it's a sumo wrestler song. You got your battle rope slams. You're going to coach the power. You're going to give a target. The super band overhead press. This is a new exercise alert. So you want to practice it before you coach it. And then you want to make sure that you're coaching it. So I would usually throw a green highlight on here because we know that we're going to start where there's a new exercise. As it is in your extraordinary coaching checklist, you want to start with the most difficult station, the most awkward person, someone new that you haven't had contact with. So usually a new exercise will be your most difficult station. Then our next one, we do have another squat in here, trying to figure out what to superset with the kettlebell swing. So just kind of going with like an antagonistic muscle group. So you get a little extra squatting, but this is a different squat variation, and it's over there with the kettlebell swing. And so again, we could be elevating the heels to teach a good squat, the kettlebell swing, coaching technique, good spine alignment, playing that song Savage, about 16 seconds in, if you choose that song. It's about the hip swinging. Hanging knee raise. All right, so you give a target. You might play the song I Love This Bar because you're hanging from the bar. And then we chose to do ball slams over here on the original video. They did have the band. That would have worked out too, but we just didn't have something to put over there at our ropes unless we were going to use ropes twice, which for 40 seconds can be a bit challenging. So we threw our super band over there and we said, let's do ball slams right here. Okay, so with ball slams, you're challenging the pace, not to mention, as described in last week's video, it is Men's Health Month. That's what November is all about: prostate cancer and testicular cancer and things like that. So we've been having some fun with the ball jokes around Journey. Then Ram reverse lunge, coaching the range of motion and pace. Tell the people what their DECA goal is. Some of these guys are getting it done in 40 seconds. Typically, it's closer to a minute, but you can give them a goal, and who knows? Since it is a bit of a superset going on there, they may want to just go after the goal. They may want to make sure that they did 30 lunges and then followed up with 20 burpees. But I really just couldn't resist here partnering up. On the original, the Ram reverse lunge was with a Ram single leg deadlift with upright row, and the dumbbells were more so the burpee. But I just said, why not just make it 2 DECA exercises right there together, and 2 challenging ones. So You're coaching the range of motion. You're making sure they're getting their chest all the way down or their knee all the way down the ground. And you're coaching the pace because in DECA, you know, it is all about your time, right? Again, ending the workout with what are you grateful for? There's a team relay as well, and describes right down here what each person's doing. There are some opportunities to, you know, have some songs. You might be playing Flash for the sprints, Flash, you know, you might be playing the bent over T extension. I believe I can fly, you know, you choose. All right, but there it is. So I'm going to put this in there with 2 tabs because we had to think through it a bit based on equipment and a few other things. So we have some orange highlights, and there it is, guys. I hope that you have an extraordinary week and a great Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for tuning in.